Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the program here. It's Uncle Bruce, and this is Tuesday, July the 23rd, 2024. Welcome one, welcome all. I'm chortling away here because of my fond memories of when I was younger, and I'm sure many of you have memories yourself of the television show The Price is Right. You remember when Bob Barker used to do it? I haven't watched the recent version of the show in a number of years because of my advanced age and kind of busy here all the time. But boy, I remember way back when in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s watching that show. And this morning, I was reminded of The Price is Right because I heard that General Motors announced that they beat the street and they had a good quarter, and they're talking about profits are going to improve, and they're the analysts out there have been saying, yeah, GM has backed away from electric vehicle innovations and have poured their know-how back into gasoline powered trucks and cars to make money the old-fashioned way, from 40 years ago. Produce vehicles that burn fuel, technology that was invented in the early 1900s, and just make the cash. And this is what happens when you have a company that is not run by a founder, is not run by an owner. When you have a company that is run by committee and is run by people who are nominated to organize the corporation by boards of directors, who none of which own any percentage of the company in any way. The largest shareholders of General Motors are pension funds and mutual funds and ETFs. And there's no one person that owns the company. And so old school, you go to where the profits are the easiest. And when you're simply a hired gun to run the company, your only upside for you is stock options, because your salaries are going to be maximum $1 million a year, $1.5 million a year. You're not going to become a billionaire doing that. And if you want to make yourself $100 million in your working career, in your last, say, from your 45th year to your 65th year, you want to make your big money, you're going to make it on stock. You're not going to make it on salary. Let's get real. And so you engineer the profits to the company so that the shares do relatively well. You get a bunch of options over the years, and 5 years from now, 8 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, when your options come through and for free and clear to do whatever you want with the stock, you now have hundreds of millions of dollars of stock that you hope you've made 20, 40, 50 million on or more, and away you go. And so you go old school. So back to old school, back to The Price is Right. I want to show you a couple of images that I just uploaded off the internet. You can see these yourself. You can watch these on the internet. You can watch videos all you want on YouTube about Price is Right. But do you remember the Cadillac that used to be given away like this? Do you remember this one? Sorry for the fuzzy photo, but here's a two-door coupe from Cadillac. Look at the size of this monster. This gigantic couch on wheels. Oh my goodness, with the opera window in the back and that big back end. Look at the front end. Look at the chrome on the front end. This has got to be a 73 or a 74. This is this is 50 years ago. 50 years ago, man had already stopped landing on the moon by the time they were making that car. And look at this one right here. This is really fuzzy, but I wanted you to see a trimmed down version of a Cadillac. This would be like early 80s, might have been late 70s, to be much more economically fuel efficient. Here's a two-door car that is much more fuel efficient. But notice in the front corner, right in front of the front tire, you see that thing sticking out. Do you remember those? These cars used to leave the dealer lot with these wires sticking out on the bottom of the front of the cars. And do you remember what those were for? Those were for if you parallel park your car on a sidewalk on the street, those would scrape along the sidewalk, which would make a ridiculous scraping noise that you would hear inside your plush car to warn you that you're very close to the sidewalk with your front tires and your rear tires, and that you don't want to scrape your car. And this car has been trimmed from the size of this car. I just look at this and I just go, well, there's General Motors right there. There's that is American ingenuity on display from 1973 forward to 1979, 1980. That was GM's solution to the energy crisis. Well, we'll just produce a lighter car. We'll take 800 pounds off, reduce the thing by a foot and a half, and we've solved the energy crisis. This car, instead of getting 8 to 12 miles a gallon in the city, now gets 12 to 16. We've just about doubled our mileage. What more do you want, America? What more do you want, environmentalists? We at GM are responding to the needs of our customers and the environment as a whole. Today, that car, it's a laughing stock. And I don't think you see many of them on the road anymore. The only time you're going to see those kinds of cars on the road is if they're convertibles and they are rented to be used in parades. And you put the little, beauty queen on the top there to wave at everybody. And that's it. It's a joke. Unbelievable. General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, and many other companies. I'm not interested in just picking on the automotive sector, but so much of America's brain power and ingenuity has been a waste of human time. And we are caught, unfortunately, in this loop, this trap of a lack of innovation. It really is disturbing. Now, the good news is that there are many innovators out there, and there are many companies trying to innovate and move society forward. And yes, if you go to a car dealer today, depending on which dealer you go to, you'll see many different kinds of vehicles today than before. But at the end of the day, GM has decided, and Ford has decided in particular, and even Chrysler, the way for us to make profits is just to produce vehicles that we know we can produce the best, and that is gasoline-powered, diesel-powered trucks and SUVs. And the taste, Americans' taste, unfortunately, is been brainwashed by the car companies to make us believe that a beautiful, successful person and a beautiful vehicle and a top-notch engineered thing is to drive a 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder monster like a Cadillac SUV around town. And in the West, it's the big old pickup truck. You got to have a big fat pickup truck. You got to have an extended cab for the 2 kids. You got to have a half-ton, 3/4-ton monster behemoth. Because after all, I want to go out in the mountains and tear them up. How many commercials do you see on television every week? Jeeps out in the middle of nowhere going through trails, and they're trying to convince you that what you need is a 4x4 Jeep that you can take out into the trails and really enjoy yourself. Where 99% of the time people use the Jeep to go to work and back. They go to the grocery store, they go to the mall, they come back home. It's a domestic vehicle that just is a polluter, inefficient piece of garbage. And look at the J.D. Power rankings of vehicles, the top 100 or the most unreliable top 20 most unreliable cars sold today. 19 out of 20, Detroit, made out of Detroit. Garbage, pure crap. We, the people are being ripped off by these car companies putting out garbage product and being told this is the best there is. It isn't. It is crap. What can I say? And then, of course, there are those who feel, oh, well, it's got to be a $250,000 vehicle to be any good. It's got to be a very exotic collectible. That's the way to go. And so the Porsches and the Beamers and the souped-up Lamborghinis and the Bugattis, oh, that's what we have to have. Again, totally impractical, totally useless for everyday life of 99% of people. They look great in videos. They look great on in music videos and all that stuff, but utterly useless in the function of our world. Um, then you look at the JD Power top 20 cars of reliability, the best built cars, the cars with the fewest reported problems, planet wide, and they're not BMWs. They are Hondas, Toyotas, the Camry, the Accord, the Corolla. Boring as hell. Although these companies do come up with sporty-looking versions and whatnot. University students actually are the smartest car owners out there, generally speaking, because university students in North America, in particular, they generally need a vehicle, depending on where they live. Many of them need a vehicle to come and go from wherever they live to where they're going for school, and then to do what they're doing. A number of university students live off of their vehicles as drivers for delivering Uber food or what have you. A number of folks who are making a living driving vehicles who are Uber drivers. Again, these can be professionals who are working on the side to make a few extra bucks, a couple $100 a week on the side. What vehicles are they driving to make money on, and that know that it'll start each and every time it'll start, and it'll do its job, and it'll ride quietly, and they can get replacement parts? Toyotas, Hondas, steady Eddie reliable vehicles. These are that's it, and nothing to do with Detroit. Zero to do with Detroit. And Detroit doesn't make a Honda Accord equivalent. They don't make a Corolla equivalent. Ford doesn't make a car anymore. Ford Motor, the inventor of the Model T, doesn't make a car. They only make SUVs and trucks. This is a sign of just how American companies, some have put their head in the sand and only want to produce what made them money in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, and they're not interested in joining the 21st century. And the losers, unfortunately, are the workers for these companies, and eventually will be the shareholders of these companies. They will be the losers because these entities are caught in a death spiral where they are stuck in yesterday's vision, and their only way of thinking of making money is to produce vehicles that have mufflers, exhaust systems, catalytic converters, cylinders for engines, engine blocks, all from the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. And other car companies are forward thinking. Hybrids, EVs, hydrogen vehicles, you name it. And then there's Tesla, the only American company with any kind of attempt at a vision. They've sold millions of cars, and they've attracted the university age graduate crowd for sure. There's no question that 80-year-olds don't covet a Tesla. Mind you, 80-year-olds don't drive much anymore, unless you're in Florida, I guess. In any event, it is what it is, and it's a reflection of the world in which we live. Take a look at the leading corporations, and take a look at politicians around the world. What companies do they want to align themselves with? Where are their voters aligned with? And there's a distinct divide in many areas of our society, and one of them is moving forward with better technology and a better solution. And GM and Ford in particular, and Chrysler through Stellantis, or whatever that thing's called now, they make crap. They really make garbage. And Americans reluctantly say, yeah, well, some of these pickup trucks aren't all that great. That's true. The reliability is so-and-so. When you need to drive a half-ton pickup truck in suburbia to get around because the roads are that bad, and you use the argument that, well, I have to drive a truck because the roads are so bad. The trucks are actually ripping up the roads. The weight of these vehicles and their four-wheel drive ability, and some folks' reckless way of driving, eat up the roads that they're literally on anyway. So it's a self-defeating proposition. Well, hey, is it anti-American? For some, it is. You think that way, oh, you're against America. And for others, they throw their hands up and go, some parts of the world do not want to move forward in time to the present day. And there you have it. You, however, have joined me listening to my rant, are saying to yourselves, that's all good and fine, Bruce, but I want to make money in the options market today. What should I be doing? And I want to tell you that a couple of things to keep an eye on right now. And one of them is the fact that we have earnings coming up here for the Magnificent Seven. They start today. I think tonight Tesla releases results. Within the next week and a half, all Magnificent Seven will probably release their financials, or pretty well done. We will also have results from, all Dow 30 companies and the S&P 500. They're all coming out now. Dozens of companies a day are coming out with earnings. The street will let you think, or CNBC only wants you to pay attention to their channel, and they're going to talk about Tesla all day long. And they're going to talk about Google, and they're going to talk about Apple, and they're going to talk about Microsoft. They're not going to talk about the other 493 companies out there, except for a quick mention of this and that and this and that. But all the earnings are coming out for the latest quarter. Next week, Tuesday morning, SoFi comes out with their results. In the middle of all the other hype, SoFi comes out and says, "Oh, by the way, we just made money for the third quarter in a row," and I'm kind of curious to see if they will beat the street, and if so, by how much. And of course, that's what everyone else is watching on all the Magnificent Seven stocks and everything else. So as option writers that are here watching this old man going, what do you think I should be doing with my options trades? You don't have to own a single share of any of these companies to win. And as a matter of fact, I kind of wanted to mention something to you today that might go against your thinking. Before you found me, before you became an option writer, so go back 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years, 10 years, however long you've been in the game of investing, whether you just invested in ETFs or you only bought into mutual funds, you put money away for long-term investing, you followed the Oracle of Omaha method, Berkshire Hathaway. You decided to, Warren Buffett. You decided, I'm going to buy investments for 10 and 20 years. All of those strategies that have been shoved down your throat since the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and depending how old you are, were all one-way trades. It was all one way. You just keep putting money into the market, into an investment fund, and over time, the markets just appreciate in value. And you look at charts of the Dow Jones over 75 years. You look at charts of the S&P 500 since the 50s and the 70s and the 90s and the 2000s, and NASDAQ charts and whatever. And you'll find, generally speaking, they seem to go up and up and up with glitches, but they seem to go up and up and up. And the thinking is you buy low, you sell high. Of course, Wall Street's mantra has been buy low, sell high for generations. And generations of money managers have become very, very comfortably wealthy in their own little worlds. Whether they were a branch manager in Chicago, a branch manager of a brokerage firm in Cincinnati, Ohio, or they were a regional manager for Merrill Lynch for the Midwest, whether they were boards of directors in New York, bankers, you name it, they all grew their wealth because of the growing wealth of America, Canada, and elsewhere with these indexes over time just going up and up and up and up. Of course, a lot of this wealth is only inflation. When you really understand it, you look at what the cost of this car was in 1973. You could have bought that car for $10,000 or $11,000 or $8,500. You could have bought this car in 1979 for $12,350 or whatever the price was of this piece of crap. Those vehicles today, the equivalent crap that's being produced now, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000. Well, a lot of it is inflation. It's not because it's a better product. Yeah, there's more technology in these vehicles, and sure, yeah, they're built somewhat better, and oh yeah. But you want to maintain these new vehicles today compared to the old days? Way more expensive. Inflation. Anyway, investments go up. And most of you out there have been brought up and brainwashed in the I buy low and I will make money selling high. And so you've been told, buy stocks, buy ETFs, buy mutual funds, buy investment units, and up you go. And I'm sitting here telling you, well, you know what you can do. With today's market the way it is now, you don't have to own a single stock. You don't have to own anything. You don't have to own an ETF. You don't have to own a mutual fund. You don't have to do any of that. You can make money from the market by just putting on option positions and just writing contracts and not owning any stock outright. And you can make money on the market no matter what direction it wants to go. And that way you can just say to yourself, well, yeah, I've got $70,000 in my retirement account, and I don't think I want to be long right now for some of these stocks because they're at like multi-year all-time highs. And I'm worried that any kind of a glitch in the market, a surprise inflation report that pops up a little too much and makes interest rate worriers worry about higher interest rates, we could lose 15% on this market because this entire stock market is praying and hoping for an interest rate cut. Like that's going to solve everything. Really? An interest rate cut of 0.25% is going to solve everything? It's not going to happen. So you're sitting there going, yeah, Bruce, look, you're right. You know, I don't want to be long. Like Tesla's 254 right now. It was $150, $170 a couple of months ago. Why would I go hog wild now in buying this stuff? What's its upside from here to 300 maybe? But what's its downside? 170? I don't want to be $80 down on this thing and now wait 2 years for it to come back again. That's not what I'm investing for. I'm 58 years old. I'm 55 years old. Hey, buddy, I don't have 10 years to wait. Can't be doing that. I don't want to buy Tesla and immediately write a call option on it and only get a 5% return on that contract. Nothing wrong with 5% if it's a month or two out. The problem is if the stock drops 15% in the next quarter and it goes down to 210, and I wrote a 260 and I made $5 or $8 on that contract, great, but I lost $40 on my stock. I'm not a happy camper here. Maybe there's a better way. Well, yeah, the better way might well be to limit your exposure and limit your risk and write contracts on this thing that are out of the money, have no hope in hell of being in the money. And you might be looking at writing call option spreads on Tesla that are way out of the money because the street's prepared to pay stupid premiums for out of the money contract. You're the one who has to take that money off these gamblers and say, okay, I'll write a call credit spread on Tesla. I'll write 280s, 290s, 300s. I'll do a $10 spread. It's $1,000 a position per contract each side. And I'll write 10 of them. I'll put 10 grand on the table. And here we go. I'm going to go 280s, 290s, or I'm going to go 285, 95s, 295s, 305s. You're going to shop the option chain. You're going to find contracts that die in the next 1 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, short term, way out of the money, and you're going to take a small return on your capital because you're taking a very small risk on the trade. And you're going to say to the market, okay, look, you stay where you are, I win. You go up 5% more, go up to 265, 270, I win. You go down to 230, 210, whatever, I win. I really have got the spread on my side because I'm ahead of the stock, and I'm happy to take a 5% return, a 4% return, a 7% return. Again, you're going to study your option chains. You're going to do the same thing with not only Tesla, you're going to do it with Google. You're going to look into Apple. You're going to look into NVIDIA. You're going to look into Microsoft, the Magnificent Seven. And you may find that call credit spreads is where I want to be, minimum 12% out of the money, minimum. So if it's a 250 stock, I got to be $30 ahead of this thing at the very least. That's a 280 contract. Now, some of you are going to say, Bruce, I'm looking at these option chains on some of these stocks, and they don't trade very well. The contracts have very little liquidity. I say, don't write it. Some of you are going to go, I really want a 20% return on my money. I'm looking for big time payoffs. I'm saying to you, you might be pushing your luck, because if you're looking for those kinds of returns, you might have to come in so close to this market that a little $15 move might catch you and cost you more than you're going to make. You don't need that. You're here forever. You're here as an option writer for the long-term foreseeable future. And what I'm trying to say to you folks is, what if the market is topping out right now? Because the election is coming up in November. All the optimism of voters and investors is over on the 5th of November. It's all over. Now we have the dread after the 5th of November of the fact that there is a guaranteed outcome in this election. Absolute guaranteed outcome. You can count on this. What is that? There's going to be a new president in the White House next January. By the end of next January into February of next year, there will be a new person as president of the United States. Guaranteed. That means we have from November, the day after the election, right until Inauguration Day, the speculation of who's going to be the defense secretary, who's going to be the cabinet member in charge of commerce, who's going to be in charge of this, who's going to be in charge, and it doesn't matter which party, because if it's the existing party, this existing administration, it'll be new people. It'll be, if it's the other party, the right wing side, it'll be new people, and there'll be nothing but speculation all over the place, and there will be dread, because uncertainty is the thing that will kill market momentum, unfortunately. And of course, each side of the political spectrum will blame the other side for any uncertainty whenever there is uncertainty, because that's the political game you're supposed to play. You never praise the people in power because they're idiots, because it's not your friends, it's them, of course. It's a war. Option writers, you have to understand what's coming your way. This is towards the end of July now. So we have August, September, and October, and then 1 week after that, it's election day. And so we're down to the last 100 days of this current election cycle nonsense. There's going to be all kinds of turmoil, as you've noticed. What's going to happen? Short-term option writing might be your friend. Well out of the money is definitely your area, and looking for premiums, constant premiums. If you are going to write in the next, say, 2 months, 3 months, you're going to do a series of 5 or 6 or 7 credit spreads on stocks or indexes and what have you, rather than doing 1 or 2, you're going to have to be on top of this. You're going to have to pay attention. Now, for those of you who do not have the time, you say to me, Bruce, I don't want to be a day trader of contracts. I really don't want to get caught in that vibe. Yeah, I understand that I can write a call option on GameStop. I can write, a $30 call option good until January 25, and I should be able to not worry about it. Of course, what you'll do is you'll write the contract, take your money, immediately put in a buy order to buy that contract back at whatever price you feel you wish, half the price you just got, a third of the price you got. You're going to put your stink bid in there as an open buy order and leave it alone. And glance at your stock once in a while you're working away on whatever you're working away on. Fine. But for those of you who are looking for income and you want to quit your day job, you need new income. You need new revenue to replace the paycheck revenue. And so you want to say goodbye to a career that you've been into for a while, and you want to exit out of it and enter into this world. You're looking for income generation. You can't just write a contract for 6 months and expect to live off of that, unless you've got a ton of stock in something, or you got a ton of dough and you can write a contract, say a credit spread good for 3 months that gives you a massive return. If that trade exists, more power to you. But in the real world, and for most of you, no, I'm going to write 10, 20, 30, 50 calls, maybe on 1 issue, 2 issues, or 4 issues at a time. I'm going to be involved in 50 different contracts, all are credit spreads, and they all expire this Friday or next Friday or the Friday after that. And I'm going to be on top of this nonstop. That is the normal. That would be the normal. Well, now you are becoming an option writer, a full-time option writer, and you're paying attention to the market on a daily basis. And you are there you are on top of that market to say, oh, I just wrote a call credit spread on Tesla 290s to 300s, and the stock dropped $15 today. For whatever reason, it was a Tesla problem or it's a market problem. You don't care what the problem is. The stock just dropped $15 today. We still have 2 hours to go before the market closes today. These contracts are good for 2-3 weeks yet, and my credit spread just went from $1.80 to $1.10. I can walk away with 70 cents on this credit spread right now. Should I do that? Do I want to do that? Well, 20 of those, 70 cents is $70 times 20 is $1,400. You're sitting there going, hey, I could grab $1,400 right now, just shutting this trade down immediately. I was going to wait for this trade for like another week. It just gave me next week's depreciation today. Should I grab this? You're going to have to decide whether you want to do that or not. And do you write a new credit spread? If so, which one? That is the ultimate question. We'll go through that. You will look at the option chain, and it might indicate to you that there is a trade to do or there isn't right now. With a $15 intraday drop, you've got an opportunity to close out a credit spread. You take that off the table, fold your arms and go, okay, well, I'm waiting for my next opportunity. I'm a sniper after all. I pick off deals. I'm not always in the market. I am in and out of the market from time to time. Sometimes I will wait 2 weeks for the payoff, but sometimes I get the payoff in 2 hours. I have to be open to that. Welcome to the world of writing options. Welcome to the party, pal. Instead of just owning the stock and watching it go up and down and up and down and up and down and wondering when will my payoff ever come, and oh, by the way, what is my payoff? I bought Tesla at $200 a share as it was running up from 170, and it's now 253. This is it. Should I sell it? What do I do with the money? What do I buy next? I don't know what to do with it. Is this the high? Should I get out now? What if it goes back to 230? I'll feel like an idiot. If it goes to 280, I'll feel like an idiot because I sold at 250. What do I do? If I don't sell, I might lose. If I do sell, I might lose. There's no win for the long game player. The one thing that Warren Buffett does not ever tell you to do, you've never heard him say it, sell now. Take your profits now. You ever heard him tell you that? He says, and again, he's not wrong. He says, look, I bought into Bank of America when it was $10 a share, and it's now at whatever a share, and I'm very happy with my result, and I'm very happy with the management of the company. I'm very happy with the direction of the bank, and I'm enjoying the dividends, and I'm never going to sell. Well, when you're a multi-billionaire, trillionaire, you don't ever have to sell. You can live off the dividends and interest on your cash on hand and all of that. But if you're a regular schmuck, like I am, I think, but if you're a regular schmuck out there and you're an investor, you don't have billions of dollars that you're living off of. You're living off of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, a few $100,000. You're trying to live your life and cover all your expenses and needs from this and build your retirement out all at the same time. You haven't got the ability to just fold your arms and do absolutely nothing for the next 25 years on this investment. You need a return. You need cash flow. And so maybe writing options on the stock you own, or writing options on deep in the money calls, or credit spreads and cash secured puts is your strategy. So many ways to go with this. The more you get into this option game, the more you figure out there is no one answer. There is no one strategy. And the more you research into it, the more your head can hurt, because you're going to go, oh my God, I can't understand all this other stuff. I like to say to most of you, keep it simple, stupid. Just the old KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. If you're making money writing call options, keep making money writing call options. Don't worry about it. But you're going to watch the market, and you're going to watch the world around the market. You're not going to shut yourself off. So, okay, if you were a stockholder and you decided, I'm going to sell these shares and turn around and buy deep in the money calls instead, and I'm going to slowly do this. I've got 5,000 shares of whatever stock, and I'm going to end up with 80 call options instead, to write 80 contracts instead of 50 contracts. Over a week or two, you might be able to make that move, depending on the price of the contracts you're trying to get, how long they have, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you're at 80 deep in the money calls, and you've been writing 80 calls now at a time for income. and you're writing calls that have 2 months or less to go. Because what are you looking for? The last 2 months of shrinkage, like from week 10 to week 4 or week 2. You are looking for 70%, 80% shrinkage. Close those out and rewrite another batch of 2.5 month out contracts for another big cash hit. That's what you're after, because you want to quit your day job. You want to replace your income from your paycheck to this. Fantastic. Again, those of you who don't have that kind of capital, you got 50 to 100,000. That's what you got. 50 to 100,000 bucks is what you have. You're not broke, but you're not rich. You're kind of in that middle zone, and you're trying to break out. You got debts. You've got cash flow issues. You've got credit cards, car loans. Hey, you're a middle class person. Welcome to this world. You want to make your money make money for you. You want to make your money make you more money. And you're maximizing yourself at the office or the job you have, and now you want your dollars to make you more dollars. And if you can generate equal to what you make now in your day job, you've just doubled your income. And now you can really do several things, and one of which is I'm going to pay down debt to lower my cost of living. Because I do want to quit my day job, but I don't want to quit my day job with the cost of living that I have right now, which is right up here. I would like to bring my cost of living down so that I only need to generate half the money from option trading that I had from my paycheck job to live off of. Because remember, writing options is a capital gain in a transaction. So you're taxed at capital gains, not income tax. And if you reduce your cost of living by 50% or 30% or whatever it is, and now you're writing options, you've not only a lower tax rate, you also have a lower overhead rate. You may find that, oh yeah, I used to have to earn $8,000 a month at work to get by on. I only need to generate $5,000 in options to get by on, because I've reorganized my life in such a way with these option premiums that I've hauled in the last several months and years to reduce my cost of living dramatically. And now I can safely go this direction. I already know I make more money writing options than $5,000 a month. I make more than that. So I'm already ahead of the curve here. And so walking away from the paycheck now wasn't a risky move to make anymore. It was a calculated move. Congratulations, all of you out there. You'll figure out your game plan. You'll figure out where you want to be in the option writing world. Thanks again for those of you who have stepped up and have decided, Bruce, I want to quit my day job. I would like to retire sooner than what I was projected to retire. I thought I would retire at age 65. You're showing me, with what I'm sitting on right now, equity in my home, investments that are in my 401k, IRA, whatever, or the fact that my parents are very ill, and I know that in the next 3 to 5 years, we're dealing with the estate of mom and dad. The kids and mom and dad are talking to us about it. We're planning this succession, and I have capital that will come into our household from this source. I can't tell you what day, but I can kind of tell you it's not long from now. I would like to be ready by that time to change my life too, because this is a life changer, this amount of capital coming in. And with what I have and what I'm doing, I'm going to arrange myself in such a way that when this capital does show, I'm retired. My wife and I don't work anymore. And we now are guarding and enhancing the value of the estate for our children and our grandchildren. It is the natural progress of life. And up until a few years ago, before we found you, we had no idea. We thought we would just put the dough into some kind of a GIC and bring interest in on it, or we would just buy an index fund of some kind and hope it keeps going up even though the markets are at highs. Now we know, no, we can manage this money. We can manage the money we have and add this to the management we have. We're going to put all of this dough into an LLC for estate planning purposes. And the shareholders of this corporation are mom and dad and the kids. And this structure is set up to keep on rolling along even after mom and dad pass on. You're now doing future generation transfer of assets. And for some of you, you're writing options and your kids have no interest in what you're doing, haven't got a clue what you're doing, or kind of aware, but they don't understand it. And a year or two from now, it's possible that one of those 2 or 3 or 4 kids will come to you and say, I'm kind of curious about this option writing you're doing, because Mom and Dad, you're doing great. And the way you've structured all of this, now that the kids are in their 30s and 40s, they come to you and go, okay, I'm ready to learn. I've gotten all of my youthful exuberance out of my system. I'm now all grown up. Just what the hell's going on? And maybe you're the one to introduce them to the world of option writing that you've been working on for a few years now, 10 years, 15 years, and show them, here's what I learned back in the 2000s when I used to watch this guy on YouTube. Here's what I've been doing, and here's how the assets are performing. Welcome to the new world. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you again, those of you who have decided to take these classes to change your life. You decided, I just want to make a few bucks on the side, Bruce. I'll take your classes, and if I can make $1,000 a month, a couple of thousand a month, thank you. That's 12, 20,000 a year, something like that. Your classes are a joke. To pay $600 for 5-year classes, not a problem. I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. If in the next 10 years I can generate revenue from options, I take all of your classes, every single one of them. Right now there's 17 of them. If I take advantage of 3 of these 5s, there's 15 of them right there. I pick up a couple more. I got all 17 classes under my belt. What did I drop? It cost me, what, $2,000, something like that? And the next 10 years, I need $200 a year from options to make all that money back. Oh, I think, Bruce, I'm going to make more than $200 a year writing options. It's going to be more than $200 a day writing options. But let's just start with class number 1 and go from there. Welcome to the party, pal. Glad to have you here. If you do want to take advantage of this deal, you're going to need to make a payment to my PayPal account. And it's over here. I think it's right here. Yeah, I'll just change the ticker. PayPal.com, Bruce Farmer, Traveling with Bruce. That's the original name of my first channel, which is still up on the air. And that's how I set up the PayPal thing. You go to PayPal.com and you say, enter the name of the person you want to send money to. You put in Bruce Farmer, Traveling with Bruce. You'll see my photo. You'll see the picture. You go, there he is. And send me $5.99.99 US for 5 classes, or send me double that for 10, or triple that for 15 if you like. And send me then an email right here. Do me a favor. Send me an email. Say, Bruce, I just sent you $600, $1,200, $1,800. Here's what I want. I want these classes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I want class number 7, 11, 16. So you tell me the 5 you want. You haven't done any of these, start with the first 5 and then get the next 5. This sale ends at the end of July. Okay, we are now at the 23rd. There are 8 days to go. This sale ends then. Okay, so there you go. There's your deal for now, and congratulations for those of you who have stepped up already. I'm excited about what your prospects are. They look absolutely fantastic. And those of you who are here every day, you already know. If you're a member of this guy's channel, there's a reason you're a member. There's a reason people are members of this guy's channel. Simple, right? There are 2 levels you can join in at, $10 a month or $25 a month as a Gold Bagel member. Why do people join this channel? Because they're nice and charitable, or they have too much money in their pocket and they just want to give a guy $25 a month to a YouTuber. They are hoping he'll get a hair transplant, so here's $25 a month, go get new hair. No, none of that. No, none of that. No, they make money. They make money here. It's as simple as that. People here who make money stay here and don't ever leave. There you go. If you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel, you can join the Discord group. And if you join the Discord group, you're hanging out with all the Gold Bagel members here who are talking about this channel 7 days a week and talking option trading 7 days a week, 24 hours a day around the world. You want to join the Discord group? Join this channel as a Gold Bagel member immediately. Upgrade your membership to Gold Bagel level. Send me an email right here. Say, Bruce, I'm a Gold Bagel member. Here's my name. This is what I'm called. I'd like to join the Discord group. I'll send you the link details and you can become part of the gang. It's a very regulated site. I don't run it. It's very well managed, and the folks who run that site, the administrators, do not tolerate any BS. So if you want a place to hang out that's safe, this might be the place to go. And again, for those of you who are option writers, you're probably by yourself. You're probably alone right now in your home, or you're on your way to work, or you're commuting and you're listening to me on earphones. You're probably in a cubicle somewhere listening to me on headsets. I don't know. You're in an office somewhere. You went to the bathroom. You're listening to me. You're alone. You are an individual in a sea of people, and nobody knows what you do. Or you've told a few people what you do, and they don't care. They don't want to know what you're doing. Actually, what they do want to know, many of your friends who are supposedly your friends, they want to know when you make money. Because that's when they want to hang out with you. But when you lose money, they don't care. Or they do want to know when you lose money so they can tease you that you're an idiot for writing options. You see, I told you, you'll never make money writing options because it's the world of sharks. You're by yourself. This is the bottom line. If you're an option writer, you're probably a loner. You're probably an outsider. You're probably a one-off. You're someone who can see the market from both sides of the aisle. And you understand the yin and yang of life. And you also know that it isn't just one way or the highway. There are many aspects and subtleties to the world in which we live. And you don't fall for the line where they say to you, you're either with us or you're against us. You don't fall for that line. You try to avoid those kinds of confrontations. You're more of an observer of life, people, trends, moods, and you're an analyst. You analyze the world in which you live. And it's a special skill that sometimes you're born with it, sometimes you can train yourself to get into it. And you're analytical, perhaps. Maybe you're somewhat anal, somewhat you're entrepreneurial, you're a free thinker, you know that at the end of the day, when your book is written and the final chapter is done, you did not work for company blah, 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 and receive a gold watch at the end of a lifetime of service. You're not that person, probably. You're probably a person who's going to say, I have followed the rules. I did what I was supposed to do through my youth. I got my education. I got my experience. I delivered for any employer I ever worked for, and I achieved results, and now it's my turn to take it to the next level. And my next level is to not be working for anyone ever again, to be my own person, my own man, my own woman. And I'm going to look after my kids, my grandkids, or I'm going to look after my spouse. My spouse and I together are doing this, and we are changing our outlook completely. Some of you out there have been watching YouTube videos, and you've seen couples who are slow traveling around the world, and you're asking yourself, what the hell is this? What is this slow traveling stuff about? What does this mean? And you're figuring out that there are people out there who don't even need a visa to travel the world and live outside Canada or US or anywhere else for years. And you're going, I never knew we could do, I didn't know, I never thought I could do this. And you're realizing there are people out there who travel with a laptop, an iPad, a phone, all of them, and they live 2-3 months in this country, they live 2 or 3 months in that country, and they do a circuit. And they live in the wintertime, they live in these countries, and in the summertime, they live in those countries, and they come home every once in a while to see family and friends. But what they generally find is once they're out there slow traveling, friends find them. Because if you're in Fiji and you're having a great old time in Fiji, you're going to be in Fiji for 3 months, and a friend of yours contacts you or follows you on your Instagram account or on your Facebook page or through an email connection through a friend or relative, you might get an email from someone that says, hey, how long are you going to be in Fiji? We're going to be here for like, next 2 months. Are you renting a 2-bedroom unit? Yeah, you want to come and visit us? You'll find that friends find tickets to find you and hang out with you for a week or two in places they would never go to themselves. There are people here on this channel who have dreams of being those travelers. They want to travel Europe for 2 years. They want to travel Asia. They want to travel South America. They want to travel domestically. They want to grab an RV and live in an RV full time for the next 5 years. Whatever your hope, wish, dream is, you got one of these? You take these close courses down here, you just put yourself in a closer position, in my humble opinion, to living that life. But you've got to study and you've got to give it some time to make it work. And you've got to never stop believing in writing options. You have to be an option writer for the rest of your life. And if you've done some option trades and they aren't working as well as you thought, or you got yourself into an option trade that cost you some money because you got too close to the campfire, stop crying about it. Don't think it's over. Stop, breathe, relax, wash your face, and get back at it again. Rewatch the courses, rewatch the lessons that we've been doing. Hang out with this crowd. Become part of the Discord group. Just watch. Don't even comment on the Discord group if you don't want to comment on the Discord. Just absorb information. You may find that the second, third time around, you go, oh, I know. I'm just going to do this. Why don't I just do cash secured puts? Why don't I just do credit spreads that expire every Friday? Why don't I just do this? You'll find your niche. You'll zero in on it. You'll find the option strategy that works for you and that just fits your personality. And it becomes easier and easier and easier. You never give up, never surrender. Thank you all for joining me today. Those of you who have been kind enough, brave enough maybe, to answer my poll question, I thank you. And thanks again for those of you giving me thumbs ups. I haven't had time to beg for them. We have 102 thumbs ups today. Thank you. The poll question is today, I like to write options on stocks that will expire in, and here we go, 210 votes are in. I like to write options out on stocks that expire in 1 week or less. Weeklies. 15% of you love writing options that expire in a week or less. 40% of you like writing options that expire in 1 to 3 weeks. 27% of you like to write options that expire in 4 to 6 weeks. And 18% of you like to write options that expire longer than 6 weeks from now. They have more than 1.5 months to go until they die. I wanted to get this out there today because I wanted to just get your opinion and your thoughts. What kind of option writers am I dealing with here? Just so that everyone else can see what people are doing here. This gives not only me an idea, but it gives all of you an idea of what are, in this case, 211 viewers' thoughts. What kind of options do they like to write? And how long are they, well, how long do they last? Not what kind, but how long do these positions last? If it's 1 week or less, it's possible we're dealing here with people who are writing call options that die this week, or cash secured puts that die this week and are looking for a quick little hit. There are, of course, many of you between now, 1 week or less, or 3 weeks and less, which obviously is 54% of you, who love to write credit spreads that die in less than 2 weeks. And they're out of the money. They're probably going to die worthless. That's the plan. That's your game plan. That's what you're looking for. And I know that a bunch of you folks will write credit spreads that have almost 3 weeks to live, but you're going to close that position out with about a week to go, because it will have come back so far that the profit margin for you is 70, 80%, and you're going, that's all I want. I don't need the last nickels and pennies. I am now going to close this credit position out, take my 75% profit, now write a new 3 week or so position with a new credit, and watch it shrink in the next week, week and a half. And then I'm going to close that one off. And you're doing a 2 to 3 time a month turnover. So every 10 days or so, you're turning over your credit spreads 3 times a month. And like I said, I've said this a million times, if you need to generate $4,500 a month to pay your bills, you need to make $1,500 per turnover. every 10 days. You need to make $1,500 every 10 days. I'm talking 10 days of the month. So that's 150 a day. You need shrinkage of 150 bucks a day, 30 days a month. Simple math, nothing magical to it. Now you've got to do your mathematics and go, okay, well, how many options do I have to write to make that kind of money? Can I do 10 put credit spreads to make that kind of money? Do I need to do 15 of them, 20 of them? How many do I have to create before I can look at this kind of depreciation where I'm going to score a $1,500 return on this position 3 times in a month, generally speaking? What's the number? You'll figure this out through the option chains. You'll figure this out because you took my classes. You figured out how these work. You figured out stink bids, stink offers. You figured out the psychology of the market. You've taken the classes to give yourself a chance. There are 17 classes now that I've put together. Okay, there are more coming. 17 out there. I know some of you think you can do all of this with only 4 or 5 classes under your belt. I know that. I'm not stupid. I know how you guys think. But I will say to you, there are people here who have admitted to me and to themselves and to the entire world, I thought I was a Mr. Smarty Pants and I could just take a few of Bruce's classes and then I could just, I could start writing options and make all kinds of money. And I quickly realized within a month or two that, I got lucky on a couple of trades. I actually did. I got kind of lucky on a couple of these trades. But then I ran into problems and I started to ask Bruce questions about how do I get out of this? How do I get out of that? How do I get out of that? And I began to realize, if I'd have taken class number so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, I wouldn't have to ask Bruce these questions because the answers are in the lessons themselves. And I should just take all 17. Those of you who are new here, you want to know who the most successful option writers are on this channel. The likelihood is they've taken all 17 classes and they've rewatched many of them over and over and over again. Because when we're talking 17 classes, between an hour and a half and 2 hours each class, we're talking about 30 to 40 hours of instruction here. There's some serious time that you got to put in here. People here who've joined me 2 years ago, they caught up to lesson number 7, 8, 9, and 10, and now they're up to 17. They are watching these all the time. They're rewatching them. And then they are here with you live, and then they're on the Discord group as well. This is a new full-time job if you want it to be. This can change your life forever. It'll change your friends. It'll change your psychology. It'll change your outlook towards this world in which we live. You got to buy into it. If you think you can casually pop in here, write a couple of contracts, and go on to do something else and make a bunch of money, God bless you if it works. But I don't think so. I don't think that's how it plays out. It pays off by being always an option writer and constantly paying attention to this market, because you're saying to yourself, well, this is my new gig. This is what I do. The amount of work I used to give, the amount of hours and attention I used to give my old job, the job I quit last year, after a year of not being there, you remember, oh God, I can't believe all the hours I used to put in for that old job. I can't believe the stress I had getting to the office and thinking about work, being at the office, and then after work, going out for drinks and fretting about the job, and on the weekend fretting about the job. It was all life-consuming. Well, now you're an option writer, and you're realizing this isn't as life-consuming as my old career was. That's the best part about this gig. When the markets are closed, there's nothing to worry about. I like that. No call from the boss on a Saturday morning saying, hey, we got a problem here at the office. Can you come in and help us? None of that nonsense. None of this 4 o'clock in the afternoon, your supervisor comes into your office and says, I need you to stay 2 extra hours today. We've got a meeting, an emergency phone call from head office regarding a crisis. No one can leave. We're ordering pizza in. You were supposed to go for dinner with your in-laws. You were supposed to do this. You're supposed to... Canceled. Remember those days? Welcome to this new normal where you're in charge of your life and you decide how many hours to put in and what kind of trading strategies you want to enjoy. Thank you for joining me today. Larry Titus, thank you, man. The bells have been rung by Larry. You know what that means. It's time to make some dinero around here. Folks are going to go, Bruce, I'm going to make some money right now. It's nice to hear your rants, but geez, the markets are open. I need to now make a few dollars. And I say congratulations. I see the Dow's off 63 points, a nothing burger. We're down a quarter on AI. GameStop is at 25.07, down 15 cents. SoFi 748, down 6. Nvidia down 56 cents. Rocket Lab up 7. Not much going on, but it's only the opening here. So let's see how the market wants to play itself out of here. Apple down 94. We're up 98 on Tesla now. $1.27 higher on Tesla. Google up 55 cents. Microsoft up 70. Netflix down 449. Meta, the old Facebook, up 561. Amazon up 127. There's your magnificent 7. Mixed, but generally higher so far this morning. Charlie, I couldn't say this any better myself. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Neat, 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 neat. The Knights of Knee are at work. Here we go, everybody. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Let's see what's going on. Bobby Atkinson, one of the Rocket Lab competitors, their rocket blew up yesterday. This could be a good thing for Rocket Lab. Well, they're steady Eddie. I guess Larry Puddin' Pie, he'll notice the time in the moment. Thank you all for joining in. We're up and running. Thank you all. Nice to have you here. And giddy up. Oh, look at this comment here from John B. John, how you doing there, buddy? You got to become a member. I'm in Orlando right now. I'm doing Universal Studios here with the family, thanks to the gamblers. The $6,000 I made last month has paid for all of this trip. Keep on writing. Right on, John B. Join us ASAP. Fantastic. And let's see what's going on. What's happening? Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Cesar, I've sent you a donation, or I'm making sure I've sent you a donation. Hang on. Did you on PayPal? Let's see what we got here. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. I don't see anything coming through yet, although my email can take a while to kick in. In any event, is your username at Traveling with Bruce through PayPal? Yeah, it's my name, Traveling with Bruce. You should be able to find it. Should be my photo on there, and you can send me a message if you like. Thank you all for those of you making donations to the channel, those of you who are looking to get these 5-for-4 deals. Very, very happy for you and happy to help you. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll get you going. All right, there we go. Back to the markets right now. Down 75 on the Dow. We're down a dime on GameStop. Nothing serious going on here. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all. Thank you all. Caesar, it's Bruce Farmer at Hotmail. Traveling with Bruce. Yeah, that looks correct. Yeah, that's right. All righty. Thank you all. Good morning from Aurora, number 101. Thank you. Puddin' Pie, John B. I'm teaching my 17-year-old how to do this. John B., my 15-year-old, is now interested in how I'm doing options. He wants to learn this. I can tell you right now, people here have kids who are really picking this up. They're going, this is kind of neat. I don't see this on any of my videos, Dad. I watch YouTube videos and I watch these, so-called superstars driving Bugattis and Lamborghinis and all the jewelry hanging around their neck. They don't make money writing options. They write songs and they make videos. I don't write songs. I'm not going to make videos. I like to make money, and you're making money doing what? You're writing options on stuff. How does that work? Mom and Dad take a few minutes, show the kid the basics of option writing. Next thing you know, the kids are going, "Hey, Dad, have you ever thought of writing options on this?" Yeah, baby. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Thank you all for being here. CKT. I used to write a lot of options 6 months out. I've been switching up my strategy to around 1 to 2 months now for covered calls and cash secured spreads. Spread trades are usually 23 weeks out. Interesting. Or 2 to 3 weeks out, I'm going to imagine. Thank you. And Mr. Right or Wrong. Sorry, Bruce. Retired at 38 now. Just dabble in the market for fun. Giddy up, everybody. Anyway, welcome all to the program. Great to have you here. Thank you all for joining me. Luca's in the house, number 114 here for a quick chow. I also just landed in Melbourne, Australia. From Italy to Melbourne. Neat, 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 neat. Way to go, pal. Say hi to everybody down under for us. Fantastic. That's awesome stuff. Welcome everyone to the program. Tesla 252, 253 is trying to go up a little bit here, a couple of dollars. Google up 40 cents. GameStop down a dime. Nothing much going on at the moment. It's early. AI down a quarter. SoFi's down 1 penny at 7.53. It actually managed to gain yesterday after the whole day was done. SoFi had a little gain on the day. 124.10 on Nvidia, up 56 cents. Rocket Lab is up 9. Matterport 435.5. The Matterport vote is in 3 days, I think, the official shareholder thing. Although I will say most shareholders, I think, have already voted through proxies that their brokers sent out to them. Quite normal. The results of the vote will be released. The takeover will happen. Matterport will be taken over by the other company, and $5.50 a share is the takeover price, half cash, half stock, and it will happen. Now, the day it closes, the immediate impact on the stock, I can't answer those questions. I do not know if Matterport goes from 436 to 536 in 5 minutes, or 5 days, or 10 weeks. I don't know all of the forward logistics. I'm not making the deal happen. I'm an observer on the outside going, I noticed that the UK government cleared the deal. Now it's in the US takeover thing, and it's going along, and both companies are certain that there will be no issues having one company take over the other. CoStar will take over Matterport. That's the feeling on both board of directors. The CoStar shares will fluctuate, but Matterport shareholders, they will be winners in the long run because they're joining a much larger company, and so Matterport's future will be funded easily to expand its game plan. But the shareholders of Matterport will now be shareholders of CoStar unless you sell your shares of CoStar. Depends on what you got. Okay, but we'll follow that. See how it works out. ME at 46.5 cents a share. I don't know what to tell you there. There's talk about a stock split or reverse split. Don't know about a takeover. I don't know about a reorganization. Still waiting. Apple down 26 cents. It's coming back. Tesla's up 365 now. Google up 83. Microsoft up 225. Netflix is recovering, only down $2.90. Meta's up 460. Amazon up 348. So the market is going higher. The market looks like it wants to go higher. The Dow is down 22.9. A nothing burger there. Over the rest of the market right now, we've got a 6-point gain on S&P. NASDAQ is up 34 points. The oil price, have you noticed the oil price? $77.78 a barrel, down 62 cents again. And so oil has gone from 82 a barrel, 84 a barrel just a week ago to $77. Interesting. This is the height right now of the summer driving season in America. This is supposed to be when gas prices are the highest of the year. This is when Americans fill their tanks and go and camp, go to Disneyland, go to Universal Studios, go to the airport, get a plane. They rent a car wherever they are, burn fuel. Gasoline is supposed to be at the highest price of the year right now. But under President Biden, we got a 77 a barrel price for crude. How does that make sense? A Democratic White House, a Democratic Senate, and oil prices under $80 a barrel. That makes no sense whatsoever. Republicans are the ones who are supposed to get oil to $120 a barrel. What's going on here? Why is oil so cheap? Maybe there's a lot of it everywhere. Maybe Americans are using less on average across the board. Maybe just a 1% lower demand for oil could drop the price of a barrel by $20 a barrel from 100 to 77. Maybe that's what it is. Wow. Concept. Wow. China's economic troubles that they're having, the nightmare China is having right now, they don't need as much oil. going forward. The analysts are going, China's economy is a basket case. Their export market is shattered. They have really got problems. They have got overcapacity. They got unemployment problems with their youth. They don't even publish the number anymore. The Communist Party is so embarrassed by how bad unemployment is among Chinese youth. They don't talk about it anymore. They release some kind of an unemployment number, but we all know it's bullshit. We all know it's a made up number. There's no reality to it. China real estate, disaster. Complete multi-trillion dollar wipeout. And so Chinese wealth has been eviscerated for a huge percentage of the population. And what executive in their right mind would transfer to Hong Kong right now and want to work there, or in Shanghai, or in Beijing? Who in their right mind wants to go there to work for a North American or a European company? Are you kidding me? You're about to be charged with espionage. The moment you land in Hong Kong and you start to ask questions about the domestic market and how your company can get market share and all that, you are possibly going to be labeled as a spy. Why would you put you and your family at risk and move over there? You got to be kidding me. There are people being jailed in China for what they think. All right. Now, of course, in Russia, you're going to jail if you wear blue and yellow sneakers, because that's the color of Ukraine's flag, and you don't dare do that. Don't wear a blue and yellow T-shirt. Oh, good God, you're certainly a rabble rouser. You're going to prison. I mean, welcome to that world, everybody. Do you want to go visit Russia or Hong Kong right now on a little visit? I'm not too interested in that myself. Anyway, welcome everybody. BP, with 7 days to go to SoFi earnings, the SP is not rising very much. I wonder why. Only 1.1 million volume today. I mean, what's going on with that stock? Well, 749 down a nickel is where we're at. And we had this happen last quarter as well. There was a lack of movement coming up to the market, although the stock was $6 and was it 15 cents 2 weeks ago? 749 right now. Can SoFi go to 850, 950 between now and next Tuesday? Sure. Could it be $12 by next week Friday on unbelievable breakout results? Yeah, sure it can. Sure, it could. Will it is the question. That's the question. I don't have the answer to that one right now. I'm going to have to wait with you to see what's going on. We're down 14 points on the Dow. AI down 24 cents. GameStop 25.03, 25.05. The low is 24.97. The high is 25.25. We are going nowhere fast at the moment on GameStop. SoFi 751 down 3. Nvidia is up 80 cents. Rocket Lab 545 up 11 cents. All right, Matterport 439 down a penny. Smart Rent down 2 pennies. Apple is now positive 9 cents. Tesla is now negative, down 31 cents. Google up 144. Microsoft up 456. Netflix down 281. Meta up 184. Amazon up $3.90. That is some of the stocks there we're following. Super Microcomputer of $766.95. This is a stock that can go to $1,000 in 2 days, anytime. I have no idea if it's going to do that anytime or not. It's at 765 right now. 40 odd million trading. That's all that's out there. It's a very volatile stock. Uber's up 116. Adobe up 78 cents. AMD down 58. Unity up 8. Enphase down 56. Spire at 1433, down 32 cents. ATIP down 4. Moderna down 85. Cisco down 13. Pfizer's off a couple of cents. Now it's unchanged. IBM is up just a penny. HPQ down 8. Home Depot down 11. Vanik Semiconductors down $1.40. Goldman Sachs is up 76 cents. Boeing is up 87. Target down 45 cents. JP Morgan down 73. Costco here is up 217 to 849. Walmart up 1 penny. Disney down 279. American Airlines down 18. AMC down 12. DraftKings is up 53 cents. Royal Caribbean up 163 to $170 a share right now. There's a controversy at Royal Caribbean right now. There's a controversy. Apparently, there's some issues over there regarding something to do with their big ship known as the Icon of the Seas. This is a huge, one of the world's largest cruise ships, and apparently there's a some kind of a problem over there. Apparently, one of their or some of their hot tubs on the Icon of the Seas have see-through glass sides so that you can see under the waterline from outside of the hot tub. Apparently, if you are an employee of Royal Caribbean, there are times where you might be tasked with you're with security, or you're a lifeguard, or you're a waiter, or, you work on the upper decks of these pools where these hot tubs are located with the glass see-through. Sometimes you're asked by your supervisors to glance towards the hot tub to make sure that under the waterline all the bathing suits are around the waist. As opposed to around the ankles. There have been the occasional incident where it has been discovered from time to time that a third person, a fourth person, a fifth person will enter a hot tub that already have two people in it. The hot tub can handle 8 people, but now there were only 2 in there. Now there are like 3 or 4. And it has been discovered from time to time that the bottom half of a bikini sort of floats to the surface. Kind of interesting. With these plexiglass sides, it is now a lot easier for staff of the cruise lines to be able to determine whether or not there are any activities happening that might be construed as less than desirable activities with respect to people in the hot tub. Am I getting to that? Is that working out for you? Are any of you kind of figuring this out? That's the big controversy over Royal Caribbean. Anyway, the stock's at 170 a share. Just saying. I don't know if plexiglass or glass hot tub viewing opportunities are part of it. But in any event, govern yourself accordingly when you go on a cruise. Be careful out there. There might be people watching what you are attempting to do or not do. I really don't know. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, dude, I was in Hong Kong in March. I had a great time. I highly recommend going. You'll love it. Christina, yay, CrowdStrike is going up so I can get out of the casino here. Gonzo, very diplomatic description there, Uncle Bruce. B. Tizzle, well, looks like the jig is up. It was fun while it lasted, Royal Caribbean, but it's not fun anymore. I have to go to Norwegian now. I have to go to Holland America and get into the hot tubs over there with my friends. I kind of wonder during the spring break when gazillions of college students are, heading out to go on a cruise. Let's go on a Mexican Riviera cruise for a week. You got a cruise ship with 2,500 university students having a good old time during spring break. Wonder what might be happening under the surface of those bubbling spa pools. Where you see the students sitting there, but you don't see their hands. You just see them from like here up, and they're just kind of sitting there and just enjoying the hot tub. I kind of wonder just what might be happening a little below the surface. Wonder. Just saying. Don't mince words, Uncle Bruce says, dude. People are getting down to it. It is the continuation of the human race. It is how the next generation sometimes replaces the older generation, don't you think? Yes, the holiday where some travelers come back with a souvenir that they didn't pick up in the souvenir shop. They found a souvenir in another part of the ship. What can I say? Life is life, and it is what it is. Bobby, checking for naughty adults. Every job has its bad things. Laughing out loud. James, just watched class 3 last night on your classes. Trying a paper trade straddle on SoFi at 750 right now. Bobby reaches hand in the water. Nut check. There you go. I just I just just saying I'm reading reports and you have to sometimes you have to read between the lines to understand what the report is saying with respect to the see-through hot tubs on the icon of the seas. I'm just telling you, I'm not making this stuff up. Stephen, number 121, I would not get into one of those hot tubs that a couple thousand other people used to. How clean could that thing really be? Flint, there are some truly nasty people out there. Nothing like bathing in a soap of human bits. Yes, Bobby, hot tubs are human stews. Anyway, what can we say? You just hope that the filter system is filtering very well. What can I say? I just, hey kids, cruises are cruises. What can I tell you? Oh my! James, Jerry, that is superheated water. Nothing can live in that. Nothing can live in that. Oh my God! I don't. I just don't know. Shrinkage is in the cold pool. There's sometimes there's anti-shrinkage in the hot pool. Just saying, I don't. I just sometimes you can't really get into more detail than that. I might warn you from night bathing in hot springs. I might warn you about that. There you go. Yes, well, okay. SoFi down 6. NVIDIA's up 54. Rocket Lab up 7. Matterport up a penny. There you are. Welcome to the party, pal. Our party. Nice to have you here. Nice to see you. We're down 280 on the Tesla, down about 270 a share at the moment. Google is still up 93 cents. The spiders are up 34 at the moment. GameStop down 32 cents, 24.90. The low of the day, 24.89. We're right at the low of the day. The high of the day, 25.25, which is 35 cents from here. We got a nothing burger going on. 1.2 million volume on GameStop right now. SoFi at 7.50 a share. The low is 7.48. The high 7.55. We had a 7-cent swing. 2.6 million right now is the volume on SoFi. So far, a quiet start to the session. Overall, the Dow is off 48 points. Over on the Nasdaq, we're up 31. On the S&P 500, we're up 6.5. Where oil is now down 115 a barrel, down to 77.25. Oil under pressure. I wonder if you're noticing this morning when you went to work. Did you notice that the price of gas overnight dropped 15 cents a gallon? You remember when oil goes up $1 a barrel, gas goes up 15 cents a gallon the next day. Have you noticed gas drop 15 cents a gallon today from yesterday? After all, oil is down $1.15 a barrel. Shouldn't gas drop like crazy right now? I bet you it's not doing that. Just saying. Flint Creek, I feel my coffee coming back up right now. Could you change the subject, please? Stephen, the James Brown song Hot Tub is stuck in my head right now. Dude, hot tub credit spread. That is the way. There you go. Hot tub. Yeah, baby. So much fun. Welcome all to the party. Welcome all to the program. Nice to have you here with us. It is Tuesday, July the 23rd, 2024. Nice to see you here this morning. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're going to make a lot of money today and this week with your option trades. Well done. Option writing. John Arbster, GE. Something about GE going on there, Bruce. I have no idea. Let me know what you hear. Please tell me. Something good going on. Fantastic. Thank you all very much. And welcome to the program, everybody. Nice to have you with us this morning. And I thank you for your support of this channel. Congratulations, those of you who are now into writing options, taking money from the innocents out there, the gamblers who are insisting on giving you premiums that you cannot believe are legit. It's unbelievable. The only time you believe it is when you do a trade, you write some contracts, and the next thing you know, you have all this money in your account, and you're going, my God, this is insanity. We have 129 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. The poll question is out there. The poll question reads: I like to write options on stocks that will expire in 1 week or less. 16% of the 263 people that have answered the poll question so far, 16% say I like writing weeklies 1 week or less. 1 to 3 weeks of life, most of you are in that camp. 40% of the 263 respondents love to write options that die between 1 and 3 weeks out. 4 to 6 weeks out, 27%, and longer than 6 weeks out, 17%. So a vast majority love 6 weeks or less. 40%, 1 to 3 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, the second group, 27%. And this makes sense to me, absolutely makes sense. If you're an option writer and you're going to write options that have 3-4 weeks of life left in them and you're going to buy them back as they shrink out, makes sense to me. A 3.5 week contract with a 1.5 weeks to go, has it come off? Oh, they lose premium. If you're writing out of the money contracts, which is the way to do this, you're writing out of the money contracts, and the only money you're receiving is time premium money. This is the way to go. 3.5 weeks now, with 1.5 weeks left to go. 2 weeks from now, those contracts are losing time so dramatically. They will have dropped time value big time. Out of the money contracts is the way to go. Certainly, cash secured puts, you can do this. Credit spreads is definitely how you do this. Covered calls, poor man covered calls, absolutely. Writing a poor man covered call with 4 weeks to go and buying it back with a week and a half to go. Yeah, there might be a 3/4 profit margin in there, a 75% return on your trade. Thank you very much. Let's buy those back and write some more 4-week contracts. Let's do this again and again and again. Yeah, baby, talk about hauling in the cash. I mean, there are viewers here who are doing 50 at a time. They write 50 calls, poor man covered calls, whatever, and they're bringing in $2.20, buying them back for 75 cents and going, thank you, sir. May I have I'll write another one for $2.25. Let's go forward 3-4 weeks. Oh, here's one for 4 weeks out. Let's write those. Cash secured puts happening all the time. The premiums that some of you are getting for some of these cash secured puts that you're writing on AI or on GameStop or on other stocks, you're just blown away by the amount of money they're handing you. It's just insanity. The percentage returns on your capital that you're putting up to do this is pretty damn good. And there's something wrong with having a $20,000 cash position and bringing in $5,000 of premium. So now you got $25,000 in your account. You're getting paid daily interest on your $25,000. And the game plan is to just buy those puts back when the 5,000 value drops down to like 1,000, 1,200. You buy them back and turn around and write another batch of cash secured puts for $5,000 again, hauling interest in now on $27,000, $28,000. Thank you very much. Oh, nice. Welcome to the party. This is kind of fun. That's called changing the subject, isn't it? Thank you. GE went up over $9 this morning, apparently, Bruce. Dude, I like the long duration, 8 weeks, closing out at 4 weeks. The reason I get a shrinkage pretty quickly after a week, plus I have more time if I need it. I like to be more hands-off, so this is the best for me. And this is a great answer. This is a great comment. I've told you this today multiple times. Options can be written for different strategies and different tolerances. Your tolerance. Are you in need of weekly income, bi-weekly income? Are you more interested in a slower pace of trading? Do you kind of like having Here, a little more time where you write an out of the money contract for more time for bigger premiums so that if there's a shift in the market, you have time to react with a rollover. This is not a bad strategy to consider. If there's movement on the stock either direction, it's a win, especially when the stock goes up or reverts back to its normal area. Absolutely right. This is exactly right. Option writing does not have to be a speculative venture. Option writing should be a conservative strategy. The kind of strategy where you sit back and say, here, I'm willing to sell this contract into this market. If you're willing to give me a stupid amount of money for this long shot contract, I'm happy to sell you this lottery ticket. Because your odds of winning against me are 1 in 20. Good luck to you. I'm going to take these odds. And I'm only giving you 4, 6, 8 weeks of time, and I won't even be here for the entire run. I'm going to shut this thing down within 3 or 4 weeks of writing it. Now you've upped your win percentage to 99%. This is a way to make a living from options without being the gambler. Let the gambler be the buyer. Thank you so much. May I have another? Jen, how are you?
It's warm in your room.
Oh, well, I had the window open earlier, but it's too smoky.
It's too smoky.
So I thought,
They've evacuated Jasper.
Really?
Yeah.
Jasper, Alberta has been evacuated for forest fires.
It's a very historic town.
That is surprising that Jasper is being evacuated. Very surprising.
Well, because they're coming down from the north. Our luck today is our wind is coming from the south and we still have this much smoke.
Wow.
I think this is maybe Idaho or Washington smoke.
Yeah, forest fires in the west. I just read a comment a few minutes ago from one of my viewers, which I just loved. I'm just going to find it here.
You said that, Jen.
That,
Are there enough
Jen.
superlatives? Is that what it was?
No,
That's what it was.
It's
right?
from John B. And John B. isn't even a member of this channel, which is shocking because John says, I'm in Orlando right now doing Universal Studios with the family thanks to the gamblers.
Yay.
The $6,000 I made last month has paid for it. Keep on writing, kids.
See? That's right.
We love comments like this.
Yeah.
Love this.
I do.
This is good stuff.
It can make a difference to your life. It can
Oh,
make a
man.
difference to your family's life.
Oh, boy. Thank you, gamblers.
Make you some memories.
Oh, yeah. I love the dude Dudeface made a really good comment here. It says, I like the long duration, 8 weeks, close at 4 weeks. So I write them with 2 months to go.
Absolutely.
I buy them back with a month to go, and then I write another one with 2 months to go. The reason I get a shrinkage pretty quickly after 1 week, this is why I do it. Plus, I have more time if I need it. So if there's any changes with an 8-week window, I have moves.
You're always there for the dip that you're looking for.
And the shrinkage or whatever.
But you have time.
Roll
if the
over.
market decides to play its own little game.
That's right. You can roll forward into success. Richard Carlin, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Good morning, Richie.
Here you go, kids. We're up 44 on the Dow now. We've gone green. We started with the first half hour in the red. Now the Dow is up 51. Okay. Look at AI. We were down 25 cents all on the opening. We're up a nickel now. We're green. GameStop, $25. It got down to $24.89. So we're recovering there. SoFi is green now, 7.58. All of you whiners out there. 7.58 up 5 cents now. The low 7.48 now 7.58. They're whiners. 3.5 million volume. No volume. We're up again. There you go. If everyone's wondering, okay, Bruce, SoFi comes out with their earnings on Tuesday morning.
That's right, next Tuesday.
Why is the stock at $7.40 a share? Why isn't it $9 a share? Why doesn't it go to $12? Why? I'm just going, it can happen. Well, I just don't know when. I would love to see it.
Thing got their attention for a while.
What can I say? Yeah, 7.58 on SoFi. Go SoFi.
They're looking at interest rates.
Thank
They're
you.
Looking at politics.
Oh my. Nvidia's up 11, Rocket Lab up 15, and Matterport up 4. So there's a green wave coming into the markets here. It's not crazy green, but it's green.
We're not surfing yet.
True. Apple's is positive, 64 cents now. Tesla's still down 260. We'll see how that plays out. Google up 114. Microsoft up 336. Netflix is only down $2. Meta up 329. Amazon at 188.14, up 559. So green on the Magnificent Seven pretty well at this point. Dow up 82. We're going higher. Rock and roll, Jen.
So how was your StreamYard this morning? Back to normal?
Yes, no issues this morning.
No surprise visitors?
No problems. Everything linked in. I'm not sure if yesterday we got caught in any kind of CrowdStrike problems. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But once in a while, these glitches will show.
Yeah. Just
It is
keep you
what
on
it
your
is.
toes.
Keeps me on my toes. Oh, every morning I wondered, is the show going to go off today without a hitch? What's going to happen? I don't know. So far, so good. I was mentioning to the channel as diplomatically as I could about the issue on Royal Caribbean. On the Icon of the Seas, the largest ship that just got released is now out there. They have, in certain parts of the ship, they have hot tubs where they have glass sides.
They have glass sides.
Yeah, so instead of being in a hot tub where, you have
they can see your head. Now they can see all of you. Nice.
See? That's all I have to do. Jen.
Nice.
So the staff have been charged with,
Not
picking up towels and empty glasses here and there, and keeping the decks nice and clean. And,
of course.
And in that adult solarium area, where it's adults only, the hot tubs now have glass sides.
Is that to stop things from happening?
It's
maybe to encourage people that we can see you.
Maybe it's not a good idea to have your swimming trunks down by your ankles, under the surface of the water. People innocently sitting in the hot tub with their hands under the surface, just nice warm water.
Well, and the bubbles are going, but yeah, on the outside, I just see your cheeks shoved up against the plexiglass.
Yeah, I wonder.
That might be, one of those ways to discourage certain behavior and encourage other behavior.
Certain behaviors that are not called for in this particular part of the ship.
We can't change the place and we can't change the people, but we can change the environment.
Yeah, so I was mentioning that. A number of my viewers kind of went, ew, Yes, well, that's what we were talking about. Some of what we were talking about today.
And you'd be able to, I'm still confused. So the plumbing must still, can you see the plumbing through the plexiglass to see where the bubbles come out? Or is it not a jacuzzi? It's simply hot water.
See, here's the thing, okay? There's this thing.
There's a thing.
If a jacuzzi is round and can hold 8 people.
Yes.
Where does the plexiglass go? Because jacuzzis, spas, have these bubble jets, right?
But maybe you can see the plumbing.
Or other kind of plumbing.
Outdoor plumbing, indoor plumbing.
I am not on the ship, and I'm not there. I'm just telling you what.
So you know what we need? We need an eyewitness. We need an eyewitness. Speak up. Give us your thoughts.
I'm just reporting what
saying,
Gonzo. All right, this conversation is hysterical because I've seen it.
Gonzo.
Stephen Butler. Whose plumbing are we talking about here? Exactly.
Gonzo, come back.
Gonzo, you've seen it? Oh my.
Where's the plumbing?
I'm thinking that spring break brings out the most interesting behaviors in those 18 to 23-year-old young adults that are...
I think it's more the alcohol that brings
raging. Yes, the raging tension is being somewhat relieved.
Here's a question, because I know, in California on spring break, they also get to have a little cannabis to go along with their alcohol.
Mm.
Can you have cannabis on cruise ships?
No.
Why not?
No, because In the USA, it's a federal crime still.
Right.
So these ships
So the
leave.
stores are closed, just like the casino is closed.
If you are leaving Miami
Yes.
and you attempt to enjoy a herbal jazz cigarette, you're going to be arrested on board. You're in trouble because the ship is starting and ending its cruise in America. You're in trouble.
You're, but if you start your cruise and end your cruise in Canada,
if you're even the cruise lines have made a huge effort to warn people about CBD oils.
Yes.
Any kind of
CBD doesn't have
any kind of as close to the line. You do not want to go there. They just are telling you don't even think about it. And of course, most cruise ship passengers, many fly to cruise ships to get on them and fly out.
Are also,
and now you're going through jurisdictions of federal jurisdiction.
Many are elderly people who use the CBD.
They get arrested. There have been stories on the internet, on the cruise channels, about all kinds of people getting caught with what they thought, well, my doctor gave me this prescription. No. Of course, in America, there are people who've driven their cars from, say, California. They want to go to Georgia to visit friends, and they go through Mississippi or Alabama, which are anti-everything. And people are being locked up for 10 years with roadside speeding tickets, dog sniffers, and they find prescription bottles of CBD.
But if they have
you're a drug runner.
Marijuana, they have a prescription, and that should be legal. It's
not in the courts of these states. There are horror stories. There are absolute horror stories out there of various state troopers who are getting rewards, cash rewards, to nail people on the highways.
They're making income.
Oh, they're confiscating the cars, confiscating the money, their cash.
Town coffers.
Yeah. Oh, it's scary. It is some scary stuff.
A better topic.
Yes.
What's it going to be? What's it going to be this morning?
What are we going to do?
You got purple, so I'm thinking jelly. But
I had that yesterday. The Bagel Fest. What should the Bagel Fest be today?
I don't know.
What do you think I should do for a bagel today, everybody? What kind of bagel should I have here?
Maybe just do a classic.
Flint Creek. It's a free peep show. Pudding pie. They need hot tub police. Worst job on the ship. And Gonzo. Honestly, it's usually the ones you don't want to see.
Of course.
You don't want to see those kinds of people doing that kind of thing. Yes.
That supermodel is wearing a caftan.
Ooh.
It's the ones you don't want to see that's wearing something skimpy.
Beach Boy is saying, hi, Auntie Jen. Lately,
hi, Beach Boy.
I have been covered calling only GameStop, those premiums, up to 1 to 2 weeks out. Cashing your puts on others like Unity, Enphase, NVIDIA, AI, SoFi, whenever they dip. With premiums, I'm adding 2% GameStop yesterday, just yesterday, 2%.
See?
I wrote on those. Beautiful stuff.
Nice.
James of the Misty Tree, Jazz Cigarette. That's hilarious. I haven't heard that one in a while. That's what Paul McCartney used to refer to, the herbal cigarettes.
The rest of the world just calls it a blunt.
He said, "Oh yeah, we remember when we met Bob Dylan. He had those fancy jazz cigarettes, and he introduced us to those jazz cigarettes that we used to see in Hamburg all the time." And yes, thank you, Bob. Bobby, oh, the devil's lettuce. Devil's lettuce. Only the prescription is not enough. You have to contact the embassy and the health department of your city for EU shenanigan document. Oh, God, don't even go there. Craziness.
Another reason to live in Canada.
There you go. It's all legal up here.
Since
2018, it's been legal.
Haven't fallen into the abyss yet.
No. We're fine. Unbelievable.
Maybe that's why BC's on fire.
I wonder.
Everybody's just lit up a blunt.
I wonder if President Biden, now that he has nothing to lose, he's not going to be president in January.
I don't think they're going to get it through any house.
Can he, through executive order, legalize cannabis?
Federally? I don't know.
Can he? Does he have the ability through his cabinet to decriminalize certain substances? What's he got to lose? Harris won't do it because she's coming into the presidency if she wins. Trump, the Bidel belt, forget about that. So can Biden, through executive order, do this? I don't know. Wouldn't that be interesting? I'm not sure how this will work. I don't
Any
know.
bagel suggestions?
Let's see. Stephen Butler says cheese. Beach Boy. Bottom line, thank you, Auntie Jen, for those bagels are making me thirsty. Sean, he says, Sean is saying locks. Bobby, grape jelly. Christina, time decay is really killing the weekly call I bought up.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I said it. I bought it. Christina, why are you a gambler? I don't understand it.
Christina, you
CrowdStrike is up, but I'm still down on the 270 call I bought that expires this week. Christina, I don't know why you keep torturing yourself. Alex, if only someone would teach you how to sell those options instead of buying them. If there's only a place you could go. There's just someone out there that would help
Preaching,
you.
Alex, preach.
Alex is preaching the truth. Well, I think today should be cheese day. Now, is it cheese whiz or is it
Isn't that the eternal question?
Cheese whiz, because it'll keep them crispy. The bagel will stay crunchy.
That's right, because you
and
don't
cheese. That's right.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's going to happen today. Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. Charlie, gotta put the whiz on the bagel, baby. That's right. Gotta put the whiz on the bagel. That's what's happening today. Putting on the whiz. We're up 70 on the Dow. We're up 31 on AI. Cash secured puts writing there. Pretty good strategy. Credit spreads too. GameStop up a nickel, 25.27. The high of the day, 25.27. We're at the high of the day on GameStop right now, everybody. Giddy up. SoFi 764. What? SoFi 76. What? It's at the high of the day. No. Yeah, 4.78 million on SoFi. Your stock is going up. Oh my God, Bruce. What is going on here? I don't understand. Yeah, giddy up. 764. It's only supposed to double from here, triple. So it's still cheap. It's not over. Nvidia up 37 cents. Rocket Lab is 550, up 16. Matterport up 6.5 cents, 446. Smart Rent up a penny. ME up 4/10 of a penny. Apple up 78. Tesla still down 286. Google up 125. Microsoft is up 322. Netflix still showing a 264 loss. Nothing to worry about there. Meta up 384 to 491 now. And Amazon up $6.32. It's having a good day. 188.87 on Amazon. The 52-week high, though, is 201, so it's still got 13 to go if it's going to get there. That's what Amazon is doing. Giddy up, everybody. The spiders are up 146. The Qs are up 60 cents. Super Micro is only down 98 cents. It's coming on. 785. It's coming. It's going to go green, baby. Uber up $1.06. Thank you very much. Adobe down 40. AMD down 18 cents. Unity up 27. There you go. We got some green going here on the market. Go SoFi. Go GameStop. Yeah, baby. All right. Charlie, I got to put the whiz on the bagel here. Christina, whoa, Alex, that's asking a lot for me to not buy calls. Come on, man. I'm addicted. I'm a gambler. Welcome all to the program. Oh, my. Yeah, slow and grinding it is sometimes the way to go. Just slow and grinding money out of this market is the way to play this game. Christina, I want to be out of this by 10:30 because we all know 10:30 is when stocks dip. There you go. Well, we'll see how that all plays out. Welcome all to the party, pals. Here we are. 47-point gain on the Dow, and it's 10:21 in New York right now. Welcome to the show here, everybody. We're up 38 on AI, 28.43. We're climbing again. Giddy up, 766 on SoFi. Oh, my. James of the Misty Tree. Uncle Bruce, I'm new. What's the Rugman story? What's with that? RB, listen, SoFi, Galileo Financial Technologies adds 3D secure to bolster online fraud protection. I don't know what that means. Sounds exciting. Sounds AI like. SoFi 766 up 12. This is the high of the day. 5.1 million volume. It's picking up. It's moving higher. What's the stock going to do here on SoFi? Are we going to 8 again? We're going to go just blow through $8 and go higher? I mean, Galileo is a huge part of SoFi's future, and these guys are just going to make a killing with this thing. It's unbelievable. Yeah, SoFi puts are looking real good, Bruce. These SoFi puts, these cash secured puts, oh my, falling off the face of the earth. Beautiful. The 7s are out of the money. The 8s are only 34, 30, 40, 32 cents away from being out of the money. Oh my. Up goes the stock. 25.23 on GameStop. High of the day, 25.27. Volume on GameStop, 1.9 million. Absolutely nothing going on GameStop. And it's up. It's recovered to go to the green. Interesting. Low of 24.89. And now 25.27 for the high. Okay. Tesla's still down 290 a share. Spiders are up 169. Google up 147. We're trying. Brian is in the house. 136 thumbs ups for you, Uncle Bruce. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Brian, for being here. And thank you again, all of you who have been giving us thumbs ups today, and those of you who have been answering the poll question of the day. I have 136 thumbs ups. We need 64 to get to 200. Help me out there. Right now on the poll question, 275 people have answered the poll question. I like to write options on stocks that will expire in less than 1 week. 16% say that. 1 to 3 week expiry. Those are the contracts I like to write. 1 to 3 week expiry. 40% of 275 people are talking about this. So what is that? 100 plus of you? Interesting. 4 to 6 weeks, 28%. Longer than 6 weeks, 17%. So there are more people willing to write longer than 6 than less than a week. The less than a week are the smallest amount of option writers. Weeklies, 16%. Still a significant number. Let me know. Fill in that. Do me a favor and answer the poll question if you're watching me today. And let me know what you think about this. What kind of options do you like to write for timing? Less than a week, 1 to 3 weeks, 4 to 6, or longer than 6. And thank you to the 138 folks who have now hit the thumbs up button. Letting me know what number you are. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. 184 of you are sticking around this morning, watching the options market, the stock market, and trying to figure out how to take your pound of flesh out of this market. Giddy up, everybody. Why not? AI 2817. Is it time to write $25 cash secured puts on AI for January? Is that a good option to write? GameStop 2524. Should you write $25 cash secured puts for a couple of months out? How do you play that? What about credit spreads? Should you think about doing $20 to $22 put credit spreads on AI, or 24 to 20s, or 25 to 20s? Is that the one? What about GameStop? Should you be doing maybe 22 to 18s, 22 17s, $5 spreads? Is that the place to write put credit spreads on GameStop? SoFi 764 up a dime. Do you write $8 cash secured puts, 750s, 7s? How far out? How much capital? NVIDIA 123.85 up 31. Do you write 110, 115 credit spreads, put credit spreads? Do you write call credit spreads on NVIDIA? Do you dare the stock to come up to 135, 140? Do you write calls up there? Anyway, Rocket Lab up 16 cents, 550 on the old Rocket Lab. It's nice to see it here. Would sure like to see it go higher than that 570 kind of 5 range we were at July 15 or so, about a week ago. Kind of like to see Rocket Lab push 6 now and more, please. Thank you very much. We're up to 446 on Matterport. About a week ago, we got to 455. We're only a dime away from the highest level in a month. 3 months ago, in the last 3 months, 474 on April 28th. A break through that, and we're on our way higher, I think, certainly. Yeah, interesting how back in, what was it, April the 17th, we were 174 roughly, and then April the 21st, we're 480. So 480 or higher, this is only 35 cents from now, will be the highest trade this stock has had in a long, long time. We haven't seen anything over 480 since August 2022. So yeah, 550 takeover is the deal for Matterport. We're at 447 right now, up 7 this morning. What else is going on? Apple up 96, thank you. Tesla still down 230. Google up 160. Microsoft up 370. Netflix down only about 40. It's coming back. Meta is up 485. Amazon up 635. Interesting on that stock. Interesting day. Uber up 98 cents today. Okay. Unity up 25 right now. Moderna up 46. IBM up 26. HPQ up 3. Goldman up 540 and Boeing up 233 a share. JP Morgan up 19. Costco up 521. Walmart up 4. DraftKings up 78 cents. Royal Caribbean up 399 to 172.50 right there. There you go. Comments coming in. Let's see here. Juan Valaquiz, Uncle Bruce, Rocket Lab is just going to go up. Fine, it's going to go up now. This is it. RB, I just had 7 wonderful weeks in Portugal. 7 weeks, all expenses paid by writing cash secured puts. Thank you, Bruce. Right on, RB. One, I wrote 10 $4 contracts on a Rocket Lab back in February. Should I roll it to 550 or 6? This is going all the way to January 2015. Well, if you can roll force to 550s or 6, you'll bring in more cash. Thank you very much. Lorraine, number 140 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you, Lorraine. Christina, I still have 39 SoFi calls. I blame SoFi. It dipped, and I needed to make up the cash, taking all 5 kids to Orlando for 2 weeks real soon. Bobby agreed. Rocket Lab is going higher since I wrote calls on those. Puddin' Pie, why do we like AI stock? Because of the short position. The fact that the company is earning more money than they keep beating the street, but they have a huge bet against them. There are hedge funds betting a ton of money against this stock. I think they're going to get crushed. The stock could triple in price at any time. That's why I like AI. That's why I like it. You don't have to like it. You can hate it or whatever, but I think there's potential there. Oh my goodness, look what's coming here. You want to talk about potential? Here's the potential of some whiz on the bagels, baby. Whiz on the bagel, baby. Look at that.
That doesn't sound good. I don't think
you're
supposed to whiz on a bagel.
Look at those sesame seeds. They have been toasted and roasted.
I know it's done because you can hear them popping there. In the toaster, you can hear a little popping going on. Is that good? Yeah. Bagel's still nice and crisp because it didn't. See, with the cheese slice, I have to nuke it a little bit just to melt it up because you like it melted.
So.
I know. I suppose if I loved you more, I would put it in the oven on broil, but there it is.
This is great. RB just commented, I just had 7 wonderful weeks in Portugal.
Ooh, okay.
All expenses paid by writing cash secured puts. Thanks, Bruce.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Portugal is so popular now.
It's cheaper.
Years,
it's a cheaper European country to go to.
We've heard many people.
Splayer, bagel, Puddin' Pie, thumbs ups. That's right, babies. We're up 53 again on the Dow. Another recovery, another move up. AI up 14. GameStop is up a penny. SoFi 760 up 5.
We have to see if we're going to meet up with Splayer in Germany. Will we be able to see Alex again? We're going places that they're kind of close to. For Albertans, it's close.
It's close.
It's close.
Well, we'll be in London. Definitely.
We'll be in Liverpool.
No.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to be in Liverpool. The Queen Mary.
That's right.
She's staying overnight.
Yes.
In Liverpool.
Yes.
We can hit the
I hear
town.
they have a port.
We can hit the town.
We can hit the town. Oh
my.
What was it called? The Cavern? Is that where the Beatles played? Wasn't that in Liverpool?
Mm-hmm.
We could go and embarrass ourselves with how old we are that we know all the words.
It's a replacement cavern. It's not the original.
What?
What? You mean they've made changes since
What?
1964 in Liverpool?
What?
No.
I think we should all be able to go to the Kennard offices and get a pen or something.
Yeah. The amount of money we're dropping over there.
Laurel and hearty handshake.
Yeah. 25.32 on GameStop. High of the day.
Woohoo!
Just popped up here.
Bagel power.
Bagel, baby. Oh, yeah.
Well, everybody have a lovely Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. We will. We shall.
Behave yourselves out there, people.
Alex. Oh, here's Alex talking to us. Hang on. First of all, Brian says, Uncle Bruce, I have nothing to do in the market by folding my arms. All my cash ticket puts and covered calls are written except one covered call. Nice going, Brian. Alex, Uncle Bruce, and Auntie Jen, Liverpool or London is good for me.
See?
Are you still thinking the 14th of September for London? We will be there.
You would know that.
We will be there on the we're going to be there on the 14th.
We can look up and find dates and
we might be doing a meet and greet on the 14th in London. Yeah.
Yes,
I think that's
right.
a Saturday. I think that's a Saturday. Let me triple check. 14th of September. That's a Saturday.
We'll have to take over some poor unsuspecting pub.
Well, we'll probably just do it in the hotel. I think
that's true.
Because that's near Waterloo Station.
Yeah.
It's right at the end of the Westminster Bridge at the Crown Plaza. We might do it there.
There you go.
And then we'll just get together there and invade the lounge, take them over.
Okay.
Show them who's boss.
We'll show them who's boss.
Oh.
Okay, babes. See you around, everybody. See ya.
Yeah, that might be it. 14th of September in London. Could be a good time. So I've been quiet recently. Alex said, I've been really busy. Good things happening. I'll tell you in person. Right on. Right on, buddy. See you, Jen. Alex will be there. We're up 82 on the Dow. We're at 25.30 to 31 here. 25.35 for the high on GameStop. Just touched it a moment ago. And we're back to 760 again on SoFi, up a nickel. There you have it. Markets are trying to get better. We'll see. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Lorraine is saying the Secret Service director has resigned. Surprise! No kidding. Take the cash payout and quit. Leave it to somebody else. What a mess. What a mess. Alex was saying to Spread, you need a diary. That's what you need. Yeah, meet and greet in London, September 14th. That's a Saturday. And I think it's going to be at our hotel, which is a big hotel. It's it should work out just fine. Let me see if I can double check. Here we are. Park Plaza, Westminster Bridge. The Park Plaza, Westminster Bridge. That's where we're going to have the meet and greet, I think. For those of you who are thinking of if any of you are going to be in the London town at all, September 14th, come on by. Let's get together for a little libation and a few snacks and hang out. It'll be fun. I'll check on the amenities of the hotel. I believe they have a lounge that overlooks Westminster from there. Beautiful. It should be a lot of fun. I would love that. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Anyway, we'll see what happens there. Thank you, everybody. We're up 50 points on the Dow right now. We're up 50. Interesting stuff. $0.26 gain on AI. Okay. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the show. And thank you for being here with me today. Great to see you. And way to go, option writers taking money from the gamblers. Oh, are they handing it over left, right, and center? It's unbelievable. Thank you for the thumbs ups, everybody. They're coming in. We're now at 143. Thank you. And we have 282 votes now on that poll question. The poll question is pretty straightforward. How long do you like writing options for? I like writing options on stocks that expire in less than a week. 1 week or less, 15%. 1 to 3 weeks, 39%. 4 to 6 weeks, 29%. Longer than 6 weeks, 17% out of 283 people who have responded to the poll question. Let me know your thoughts on that. Yeah, hit that answer, and you want to make an additional comment on it, let me know. But yes, the shrinkage from 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 weeks is significant, and there are people here making money on this. Yeah, there are viewers here making money on options on the shrinkage. Will never work again. Never go back to work. Thank you all for joining me. So good. $761 on your GameStop, on your SoFi. Go SoFi, $761. 6.6 million now. High today, 766. Could we get higher than that? I think so. 762. Go. Go SoFi. Giddy up. Oh, yeah. We got the cheese whiz going on the bagel today, baby. Oh, the whiz is good. Lovely. Welcome, everybody, to the show, where I hope you're going to make a whole bunch of dough today. Yeah. Rocket Lab up 13 now. Yeah, SoFi is up 6, up a dime on GameStop. Matterport up 5.5, and 23andMe is up for half a penny or so. Spire only down 15 now. ATIP down a nickel. Smart Red up a penny. Apple up 62. Tesla down 340. Microsoft up 240. Microsoft high of the year 468. It's trading at 445. Google up 75 now. Amazon up $6. 13 away from the high of the 52-week high. Nvidia down 44 cents. Now down 33. Meta up 350. Goldman up 460. Cisco down 14. Arc Innovations up 36 cents. Pfizer's down 12. HPQ down 7 cents. Unity is up 28. C3.ai Inc. AI is up 23 cents. Adobe down $1.94. Spiders are up 82. Netflix down 450. The Qs are up a penny. They've turned green. IBM down 22 cents. Vanik Semiconductors down 228. Home Depot down 137 a share. Enphase down about 70. Palantir up 38. And Uber up 97 cents right now. There you go. There's the story, kids, right now. 546 on Rocket Lab. Go, Rocket Lab, go. All right. 23-point gain on the Dow, 8 on S&P, make it 9, and 47-point gain on the Nasdaq. So we're green across the board. Oil still down $1 a barrel, 77.40 range, not going anywhere good. Back to 25.32 or so on GameStop. The high of the day is 25.39. The low of 24.89. We've only had a 50-cent range today on your GameStop shares. So there you go. Let's see. Is GameStop going to the moon today, Bruce? How about tomorrow? Flint Creek, will New York be at the same spot? I haven't nailed it down yet for New York. I've got to figure out what we're going to do near our hotel in New York in Times Square. Any suggestions? Let me know. It's got to be a Saturday. I'm thinking that the get together in New York would be October the 26th, Saturday, October 26th. But we got to find a location that we can figure out together. Okay. H. Gregory, good morning. I'm number 147 on the thumbs up meter. I am still holding this crap, says Christina. Splayer found something at Green Market. I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Christina, MACD shows it's crossing back up. Again, I don't know what that means. We're now up 28 points on the Dow. Boy, oh, that big. Man, is that great. Wow. Well, thank you, Brian, for being a member for 22 months. Almost 2 years a bagel member. Gold bagel member. Thank you for everything, Bruce and Andy Jen. Writing options will definitely change my family's life. I'm thinking as early as the end of 2024. Neat. Calgary meet and greet. What about a Calgary meet and greet? For viewers here in this city, you know, we should do something like that. We should get together somewhere for a meet and greet in Calgary. It is, after all, our hometown, and I do have viewers here. But yeah, we should put something together. Let me kind of ponder that. See what we can do here. That would be great. Splayer's asking me about Canopy crossing that 850 level. I have no idea on anything to do with these guys and the legal aspect of cannabis. I have no idea. It's just not in my wheelhouse. Can't help you there. Anyway, the Dow's now only up a point. We've given up ground again as we fluctuate along here, bouncing about on this market. It's looking for direction. Keeping in mind how high the markets are overall and all of the political and everything else news going on. There are definitely two distinct choices for Americans coming up in the fall, in November. Two distinct ways to go. And there's going to be so much more news to come out in the next few days and weeks. and then the polling and everything else. We'll see just whose supporters, which side, are more energized than the other. It's going to come down to obviously 4, 5, 6 states, the swing states, but it's going to come down to the voters' energy. No question, voters' energy. There are so many divides to be looked at, and we'll just follow it. For option writers, thank God, your returns will not be make or break based on the election. That's the good news. As an option writer, you're going to be able to pick your spots, take your returns, enjoy premiums, and build your wealth. That's the bottom line. You've got to take your share of the wealth and get it into your hands. And I encourage you to make your move. Congratulations, those of you who are taking advantage of the 5 for 4 deal. Cannot overemphasize how important this is and how meaningful it can be. I will be answering people's questions after the show's over. I have some folks who've sent me emails about the 5 for 4. I will get back to you, I promise. And just let me do what I need to do here. I'm soon to be done, and we'll get a hold of you and let you know what's going on or talk to you about that. Thank you, everyone, for joining me all day today so far. Those of you who joined me this morning at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for the prime time of the Trade Alert Show for Gold Bagel members, thank you. Tomorrow is Prime Time Live with Uncle Bruce at 7 o'clock Eastern for Gold Bagel members tomorrow. All of you on the gold level, thank you again and again for your support of this channel. Thank you for those of you who are Chilling with Uncle Bruce members. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed to this channel. Subscribers, thank you. And again, thank you to those of you who have hit the thumbs up button today and hit it every day, whether I ask or not. And those of you who have taken the time to answer the poll question of the day, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We have 150 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you, those of you on the rerun who always come through with thumbs ups for me. The poll question is now attracted 287 votes. Very good. 287. Not bad. I like to write options on stocks that expire in less than a week, 15%, 1 to 3 weeks, 40%, 4 to 6 weeks, 29%, and longer than 6 weeks. I write options for longer than 6 weeks, 16%, 287 votes in the House. Thank you all again very much for that, and also the thumbs ups meter today. Appreciate you there. Another few kids just came in now, 153. We're only 47 away. Thank you again. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're watching on the rerun. We'll keep an eye on these markets. Anything wacky happens, we'll come on. But we'll keep an eye in the meantime. Jay Gill, take the classes, make the dough, babies. Neat. Absolutely. Giddy up, everybody. And I invested in AC direct air unit last year for my house. Worth every penny I invested into that. Oh, I can imagine the difference of your life. Unbelievable difference in your life. Oh, no kidding. You gotta have it in this world of ours. Thank you again for joining me today from wherever you are. Neat from Brian. Thank you. And keep up the good work, everybody. Take those option premiums from those gamblers and say, thank you, sir. May I have another? It is your turn to take the money. Don't go for the glory. Take the cash. Neat is what I say to all of you. James of Misty Tree. Neat. Splair, just in case I'm wishing you all a relaxed day. Neat. Here they come. Dude face. Neat. Here they go. They're coming in. The knee emoji attack is underway right at the end of the show. D.H. Ruda's here. Neat. That's right. Open your window. Yell it out. Let the neighbors know you're serious about making money in this market. Richard Carlin, Stephen Butler. Neat. Hot tub. Neat. Let's go, baby. Right options. Splair. Neat. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Splair, way to go. Alex is seeing shrinkage either way. No matter what this market's doing, he's seeing shrinkage everywhere. Way to go, Alex. Thanks, pal, for the knee emojis attack. That's great stuff, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, all. We'll see you next time here tomorrow morning for sure. And don't forget tomorrow night, primetime live at 7 o'clock. For Gold Bagel members, thank you for joining this channel and being part of this family, everybody. Get richer, and we'll talk to you real soon, everybody. Goodbye from Calgary.